afternoon, everybody. Time for a wolfofbricks.com update. Once again, I am Jim, and this is where we talk about Lego investing and reselling. So this video is by request, sort of. There was a gentleman on Brickpicker who we were chatting back and forth, and he thought it would be cool if I went ahead and I did a video on the round 2 of Bricklink Designer Program. And I actually, I just didn't have enough time to get to it during the second round, so I am going to do it on the third round, and I do apologize to that person. I was not able to meet their expectations, but I hope this kind of makes up for it, right? So for those of you that don't know, the Bricklink Designer Program, there are a lot of designers. I believe it started with the Lego Ideas, and there were a lot of cool sets that Lego just didn't select for their Lego Ideas program. So they tried to come up with an alternative here, and it is a cool idea. But the interesting thing is, you know, I actually thought that this was going to be a lot more better than what it is. Now, I'm not trying by any means to trash the Bricklink Designer Program. All I'm saying is I thought that there would be a lot more sets that would be sold out than what there currently is. And an example is in the last round, round 2, there was only the modular Lego store that sold out. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want that store for their modular cities, of course. But, you know, there's a lot of cool sets that, you know, have been funded. You have the Venetian Houses, which I think is great. You know, I kind of crack on modular sets a lot because they just seem too modern, right? Well, I really love the Venetian Houses. I think they're really cool. And it sets themselves apart from the regular cookie cutter modular sets like the police station. I think that set, I think the architecture on that is pretty cool, but that set could have been an Irish pub. The only thing that that set has on it to identify itself as a police station is a little placard that says police. It could have said, you know, Patty's Irish Pub or something like that, and people wouldn't know the difference, to be honest. But that's why I really like the mock builder designs and the Venetian Houses. I mean, they just take the cake. It's such a cool set. Now, there were a lot of other sets that were funded. There's the bowling alley, there's the windmill, and there's also some sets that just weren't funded. There's the Seasons and Time calendar. I'm not saying that these aren't cool sets. What I'm saying is I just can't figure out why some people think those sets would be popular. And then you have the Clockwork Aquarium, which is a pretty cool set. Now, when it comes to disappointments, I was actually disappointed that the Ruin House didn't get funded. And I know a lot of other people that are disappointed too. I thought this was a really cool set, but there just weren't enough people to fund it. So unfortunately, it's just going to disappear. So before I hit round 3, I just want to briefly talk about round 1 and chat about some sets that are really doing well in the aftermarket. Now, these sets, of course, are not released yet. These are pre-sales. And you can see there are a lot of castles that are going for around $1,000 or a little bit over $1,000. Now, this is the asking price, right? Now, let's go to reality. Now, reality says that these sets have sold for around $500 to $600, which is pretty cool if you're a reseller. And I know a lot of resellers that pulled the trigger on this castle set. You know, I just want to congratulate them and wish them nothing for the best when it comes to the secondary market. But all in all, if you were a reseller, I don't see a lot of opportunity to make some serious return on investments. Now, if you are a collector and a builder, then this Bricklink Design Program is definitely for you. And here's the thing, there is a Lego store that's sold on eBay. I mean, I think this is a pretty decent price for the aftermarket. It's not a huge return on investment, but if you were one of those people that slept through the round 1 and wanted to snatch this up, on the aftermarket, that premium of $335 is pretty good. Now let's talk about round 3. I haven't purchased any of the Bricklink Designer sets yet, but I definitely plan on buying 2 in round 3. And the first 2 we have right here is we have the Space Troopers, which we're just not going to talk about. That looks like hot garbage. I'm sorry to whoever likes it. But then we have the 1950s diner, and there is already a market out there for that, right? You had the Lego module diner that retired, I believe, January of this year, maybe December of last year, and it's gone through the roof. I want to say the return on investment on that set right now is somewhere around 156%, and that's on Amazon and eBay. Both platforms are very competitive when it comes to the price of that set on the aftermarket. And of course, I can't remember, so please help me out. I think there was a gift with purchase. I don't think the set was for sale. There was like a 1950s car back in January. That was really cool. This set right here, even though I like the Lego's modular diner, I really like this set a lot. I mean, this looks really cool. And this is definitely one of the sets that I'm going to be putting money into. Next up, we have the train station, which I think will probably be funded. I don't think it'll sell out, but this is a cool set. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to put this in their city. And it's a unique piece to put in a city as well. The working waterfall, I mean, it is a cool gimmick. And when I say gimmick, I'm not saying that to be negative. I think it is cool, and it has some cool functionality. I would be very surprised if that set got funded. And these two, the first one is, it's kind of like a steampunk exploratorium. Here's the thing, Lego sets are becoming larger and larger, and of course that means they're going to be more and more expensive. I mean, is somebody going to pull the trigger on a $500 set right here? I just don't know. And next up is the Winter Chalet. Let me tell you folks, this set looks amazing. This is like an Ultimate Collector series when it comes to Winter Village sets. I am definitely going to be pulling the trigger on this. As far as I'm concerned, this set just blows away the Santa's Visit set that was recently released by Lego. I mean, if you were to go ahead and purchase the Reindeer Battle Pack, the Santa's Sleigh, and you were to use that as a complement to this right here, I mean, this just blows away the Santa's Visit Lego set on Lego.com. There's just no comparison. And when you look in the back, it looks so cool. This almost reminds me of a better version of the Winter Village set last year. It was that elf rec room. It wasn't a rec room, but that's what it reminds me. It's their break house, or you know, that's where they go and have their lunches. But this looks really cool. I can see this set as being a better set than this current set that was released this year and last year. I mean, there's just no comparison. And then you have the modular construction site, which I just don't think is going to get funded. You have the Mountain View Observatory, which I think will do okay. I'm not sure if it's going to get funded, to be honest. I just wish I liked it more, and I don't, so it just doesn't matter to me if it's going to get funded. And then right here you have Brick West Studios. This is where they recreated the set of Rust, where Alec Baldwin will have a special minifigure and he'll have a handgun, and you know, there will be a lot of mishaps that will go on that set, which is unfortunate. So overall, there is two sets that I'm looking to purchasing in the next few weeks. There's the 1950s Diner, and there's also the Winter Chalet. These are two sets that I think will do really well when it comes to reselling. And if you don't know, there is a certain cross-section of AFOLs out there that are just into Winter Village sets. I really think this is going to do well. Not sure what the maximum quantity purchase will be. It might be one, it might be two. It'll probably be one. But if I'm going to do max quantity, if they're able to do two, I'm definitely going to do two. And I also would love to hear what sets you think would do well in the aftermarket once round 3 has concluded. That's it, my friends. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfofbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.